Hi there, Suzen Pettit from Omaginarium and OmagineHealth.com. I have a story for you. True story. Happened yesterday. I was in a unnamed coffee shop in lower Fairfield County. Coffee shop that started in the letter S and ending with the letter S. I had just gotten finished with a client. I was minding my own business, sitting there on my computer, doing my thing. There's a gentleman sitting across from me with his computer, doing his own thing, not being nosy, not bothering anyone. There was little to no conversation. We were all immersed in what we were doing. All of a sudden, some guy walks in, walks over to this guy, picks up a cup of coffee and dumps his cup of coffee all over his computer, completely soaking the computer. He picks up the guy's iPhone, I think it was an iPhone, and dunks it in his grande latte. And then he makes a beeline out of the coffee shop. So we're all stunned, sitting there, including this guy, and no one knows what to do. So what do you think happens? Not much. The assailant had made a beeline out the door, and he just got up and he walks over to the door and he says, still in sort of a stunned way, "Did anybody see what happened? This guy just did this," and he told the whole story of what happened. And nobody does anything. And I'm freaked out. I cannot believe this. First of all, the guy's poor Mac. I run over to the Mac, it's right in front of me. I run over and get some napkins, I blot it all up. The guy next to me is helping too. And we're asking what happened. It's a long story. Turns out he knew the guy as a client. He got stiffed. Turns out that the assailant had had a couple of restraining orders out against him and had been arrested for assault a few years ago. And so clearly this guy was a little bit bent. And this is not why I'm telling this story. I mean, it's a kind of crazy story. And if you read my blog about Little Pink Spoons, about the other event that happened in the same town, in the same coffee shop about a month ago, go read the blog. You'll see that perhaps you shouldn't be going to this town to have coffee because crazy things happen, unless you're really bored. What was more amazing to me than what had happened was what happened afterwards, which was not a lot of anything. And no one offered anything in, I would say a minute after the buzz had settled down. They were back to their own thing and no one was paying attention. No one offered anything. And I thought, wow, really? And that's what I wanted to talk to you about. You got to pay it forward. You got to pay it forward. If something happens and you're there and you can do something, even if it's just so much as to offer them your phone to make a phone call, which I did, and the other guy sitting next to me offered him his computer to send some emergency emails, we got to do this. We got to do this. I belong to a BNI group. BNI, for those who don't know, is Business Networking International. Fabulous group, great networking group. If you're not aware of it and you're not involved, I highly recommend getting involved. But the whole premise behind BNI, it's a referral group, strictly meant for referrals. Certainly we do a lot of networking, but it's really meant for referrals. And the motto is that givers gain. Givers gain. So if you give a referral, eventually that's going to come back to you. People are going to refer to you if you're giving. So you pay it forward. And I live by that. And I strongly recommend that you live by that too. If you're trying to build your business and there's a lot of you out there with competitors, what's going to set you apart? Going the extra mile, giving the additional value, offering things that other people aren't. Sharing more, giving more content. You all know what I think about content. Give it, give it, give it. You can never give up too much. If you're the one giving out information, making yourself available, and going that extra mile in whatever context that might mean to you, and certainly I can help you with that. It's what I do. A special report, e-newsletter, e-book, blog, newsletter, teleseminar, a webinar. There's a million things you can do, trust me. It may not happen tomorrow, but trust me, you are what's going to stick in their head, not your competition. You, because you've gone that extra mile. They see you on a regular basis. They know you're sharing information. You're giving value, and they're going to come to you. And that's all I have to say today. Notice my karma t-shirt. Give of yourself. I beg of you, give of yourself. It will pay off in the long run. And if nothing else, it'll bring you really good karma. So get found, get heard, get cracking. Suzen Pettit from Omaginarium. Have a great day.